So, everybody, you probably know me by this point. I recently saw something on Facebook that I would like to discuss. Now, I'm going to read you what it is. I'm not going to say who posted it. I'm not going to say where the original link is. I just saw it pop up on my Facebook, along with a lot of Donald Trump stuff. I just skip over the Donald Trump stuff, to be honest. Whatever. But anyways, the post says, and this is just like a picture from Tumblr. Somebody on Tumblr was saying it and just got screenshotted and posted to Facebook. It says, I hate when parents use the whole I pay for your food and clothes and everything else excuse to make their kids feel guilty. It's like, oh yes, sorry you decided to have a child and actually have to care for that child. What a horrible thing for a small human to need those things and for the birth giver to care for them. Poor you. I hate those kinds of posts, honestly, because that makes it sound like the parents should never tell the kids where their stance is at this point. Because I've seen a lot of posts like, oh, you can't spank your child, that's abuse. It depends a lot on the context. Say you have a child, whether you are a parent and you already have a child, or you're going to be having a child, or your parents are there, or whatever. Let's say you do something small, like you accidentally knocked something over and broke it. You told your parents, yeah, you're gonna get a punishment. That's kinda how everything should go. At least it's not as bad as going to jail. If what you do is bad enough to go to jail, then that's your punishment, is going to jail. Say you knock something over, you accidentally break it, you're probably going to be the one to clean it up, and if you're not the one who cleans it up, you're definitely going to get a punishment, whether by a light spanking, and I say light based on what the parents want, not just light by my context. When I was a kid and I did bad things, mind you, I'm not even 20 right now. I'm not even 20. I'm 19. When I did bad things, I was spanked. I had my privileges taken away from me, like my phone, my game systems, my laptop, opportunities to go places, to get things that I really wanted. Those were to show me my place. The punishments, the spanking showed me that if I did something bad, something worse could happen. I did something bad, or I lied, or something like that. Like, really badly lied. Not just a little white lie, no, really badly lied. Then I would have a proper punishment. I hate how kids nowadays, I feel so old saying that, kids nowadays. Hate saying that, honestly, because I'm not technically too much of an adult. I'm like 2-3 years into being adult. Yeah, no, I'm not quite adult yet. I'm still kid mentality, teen mentality. But I hate how children are less and less disciplined. I've seen kids, when I used to live with my parents, I saw kids who were like in elementary school and all that stuff doing all sorts of bad things, and their parents never doing anything because the parents are afraid of the repercussions. The repercussions of the parent not disciplining the child is that later on in life, the child will think those actions are okay and will continue to do them and end up becoming worse. I was told by my parents never to smoke, never to drink, and I saw the effects. My mom used to smoke. Just normal cigarettes, no weed or anything. My family was no. We were clear cut on that was a definite no. Had no way to get it anyways. My town was basically clean on that part. But my mom used to smoke cigarettes and her teeth were rotting. She wasn't actually feeling the best at all times. She was coughing up a lung here and there. So I knew never to smoke. My dad did the chewing tobacco thing, and it's basically just as bad. Now my mom does the vape stuff, and it's gone to no nicotine in her vape juices. So that's awesome. Congratulations, Mom, if you ever see this. I mean, I meant to tell you this a long time ago when you actually did it, but I know I've been telling a lot of people about your accomplishment on that part. I still mess up my words every day. Every day. But anyways, back to the punishment thing. That should be something that does not stop. Some punishments are okay. Some punishments to an extreme point are not. Depends on what the child did, and it depends on the family the child is raised with. If the family is one that's not very discipline heavy, then maybe crack down a little bit. Granted, I don't have any kids myself. I am talking sheerly on the point of when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I would get punished for doing bad things. I'd get spankings. I'd have my privileges taken away. I would get grounded. Things that were normal. Instead of being forced to stay inside, I was forced to walk the block a couple times to clear my head and think about what I did. Granted, I could talk with my friends and play with my friends outside, but not to bring them back. And I learned really quickly that some things are not good to do. I broke something that was really important to my parents. And they were upset about it. They punished me pretty well, so I know to be more careful around those kinds of things. But just because a child is punished does not automatically mean it's abuse. Plus, abuse is more than just physical anyways. It's mental and emotional. I remember seeing this video. I can't remember if it was on YouTube or if it was on Facebook. Can't remember. Of a small boy, like maybe 10 years old, calling the cops on his mom for spanking him. The cops tried to get the information from the kid on what actually happened for him to get the spanking. And the boy got punished. Because what the mom did was a correct response to what the child had done wrong, by giving him a spanking. Yes, it could leave little red marks. But if it doesn't, I'm surprised. And the boy kept trying to say, oh, she hit me with a belt and all that stuff. There was basically no belts in the house. It was just the mother and the young boy in the house. That was it. There was no father. And the police officer said, we can't do anything for you, young one, except tell you to obey your mom. Because what she did was not abuse. It was a punishment. Those are completely different. We could punish you by taking you down to the station for calling 911 in an incorrect time. But for this time, we're letting that go. Where's the discipline for the kids? Where? I know some parents still discipline their kids like how I was disciplined when I was a kid. And no doubt, if and when I ever have kids, I'm going to discipline my kids how I was disciplined. Because how I was disciplined worked. But here's a great example of somebody who needs to be punished. The Cash Me Outside girl. Good grief, the Cash Me Outside girl. I hate to bring her up, because honestly, she's an arrogant little brat. and she needs to know her place. Catch me outside, how about that? Yeah, that became a meme. She's only famous because she said something. And then she's just like, oh, Dr. Phil, you wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for me. Dr. Phil was already something. Something bigger than her, and she just automatically thought that it's because of her he was so famous and all that. There have been plenty of people who have come and gone before her on the Dr. Phil show, who could have easily been memed and probably will be. That girl has had no discipline. At least not as far as I know. Not any discipline that worked. Plus, catch her outside. She really needs that much time? If she wants to have somebody go after her, why not just go after her right then and there? Catch her outside means she get time to call up all of her little friends so that they can all gang up. Catch her outside? Well, I catch you right here. Kind of thing. No, I'm not advocating fighting at all. Please don't fight with anybody. I'm just speaking from my point of view. Now, my point of view is quite narrow because, well, I'm one girl. I don't have a lot of life experience. I'm not even 20. I'm not even in America. Eligible age of drinking. Not even that. Yet, all this stuff that's been happening is just like... Have we taken a step back from where we used to be? What did we used to be? We used to be disciplined children. I bet a lot of my viewers have had discipline from their parents. A lot of them. Even if you're not a subscriber. Which is fine if you're not. I'm not saying you have to be. Come and go as you please. It's fine. I'll still be here. Post like that. Why say discipline is a bad thing? Granted, to some degree, it can be very harmful. I'm not saying it's not. But it is necessary. It's kinda need to be done. It's kinda like laundry. Kinda needs to be done. Dishes. Kinda need to be done. Mowing the lawn. Kinda needs to be done. Disciplining your kid when they're acting up kinda needs to be done. You don't keep pushing off everything. Granted, some people push off a lot, and whatever, to each their own. But still. Where's the logic? Should that be how I end all these things, like saying, where's the logic? I might do that. Probably not, though. I'll probably forget all about this by tomorrow. But it's gonna be up on YouTube, so I'll remember. So parents, if you need to discipline your kid, don't be afraid to discipline your kid accordingly. Don't go way too over the top, or otherwise. See ya!